When A-list star Kevin Costner showed the world that he was just as skilled and capable of carrying a film from behind the camera as he was attracting audiences in front of it, things couldn't have gone much better the first time his name was written as director. When it comes to film debuts, Dances with Wolves is an incredible way to begin a directing career. It became the highest-grossing picture in Orion Pictures history, the highest-earning Western ever made, and the winner of 7 Academy Awards from 12 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director. However, the second time around, things couldn't have gone much worse. Costner redoubled his preoccupation with the end of the world after it became evident that he had learned nothing from the controversial and outrageously expensive post-apocalyptic failure Waterworld, which he had ghost-directed himself and seemingly taken over from Kevin Reynolds. He was the one who started and ended the production of The Postman as its star, producer, and director. At some point, through home video sales and television distribution, Waterworld did at least manage to produce a profit. Yet, this was by no means his best feature. Warner Brothers lost a great deal of money as a result, only recovering 25% of its $80 million expenditure from movie theaters. Worse was to come. In the categories of Worst Picture, Worst Director, Worst Actor, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Original Song, The Postman received 5 Golden Raspberry Award nominations and won each and every one of them. Though it wasn't helped by the fact that it was awful, Costner greatly misjudged how interested audiences would be in watching him as a traveling letter deliverer who toured the American wasteland and became a folk hero along the way. In an unfortunate film, Costner gave Harrison Ford the screenplay for Air Force One, which had been written especially for him instead of The Postman. The latter star's well-known hit from 1997 sold 16 times as many tickets as the former and is remembered as a true action classic. At the start of the new decade, Costner had established himself as a renowned director and was experiencing an incredible run of success. However, it would take him 6 years to return to the director's chair for another feature film after The Postman, and it would take him 2 decades to reach the pinnacle of his career. It took a while for people to realize that he was no longer regarded as a bankable name or a feasible director of expensive productions. From his return to directing with Open Range, to his Golden Globe and Primetime Emmy-winning performance in the miniseries Hatfields and McCoys, there were moments of brilliance along the way, but they were isolated incidents amid a sea of unmemorable dreck that left Costner on the outside, looking in when it came to mainstream success. Zack Snyder's Superman reboot was the only one that made a big splash, and it had nothing to do with Costner. He ventured into comedy with Rumor Has It, experimented with supernatural horror with Dragonfly, partnered with Disney on The Guardian, played a serial killer in Mr. Brooks, provided support for the superhero story Man of Steel, dabbled in espionage with Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, attempted to replicate Liam Neeson's Taken success in 3 Days to Kill, and went back to his comfortable haven of sports dramas with Draft Day. Costner didn't feel like a big deal again until he played Patriarch John Dutton in Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone. Since then, he has worked to capitalize on this feeling by co-writing, directing, producing, and starring in the 2-part epic Horizon: An American Saga. It is hoped that it will resemble Dancing with Wolves more than The Postman, as the latter's infamous mishap sent him into a career wilderness from which he took 20 years to recover.